Thank you to Builder for sponsoring this video. Exam season is creeping up, so I thought it would be useful to tell you how you can squeeze out all those extra marks in the exam so you can get the highest grade. Number one is to look over the questions in the exam, and this might seem like a huge waste of time doing this, but trust me, a few seconds to have an overview of the paper doesn't hurt, because during this you can see how many questions are in the paper, what type of questions there are, and what the difficulty of the questions are. So then when you know all of this, you can start your paper really effectively. For example, you could start the questions with either the easiest questions or the hardest question, depending on what type of difficulty you prefer to tackle first. You can also give yourself an estimated amount of time to spend on each question, and this gives you a big head start into the exam and relieves a lot of stress because you feel like you have big control over the exam. So if you've ever done science exam questions, then you know there's so many interconnected questions. For example, you'll have question number 1, and within that you'll have question 1A and then 1AI. But if you're ever unsure of how to do one of those questions, then have a read of the other parts of that question, because they're all related for a reason, aren't they? And so they all have information related to each other. And sometimes you'll notice that examiners do slip some key pieces of information in other parts of the question, not to genuinely help you, but the fact that it's required to answer those specific questions. So having a read of other parts of the question can help you gain more marks. Not always, but sometimes. Just a quick word from today's sponsor, Builder. Builder is content all about deepening your understanding of A-level and GCSE content. Not only will you understand the exam syllabus like all other revision websites, but it'll actually deepen your understanding of that topic so you can go further. It's really motivating you to revise and use their website by introducing these things called brills. They're awarded for every time you learn a new topic, and if you get enough brills, then you're able to cash out real money for those brills. Who knew revision actually equals money? Number 3 is to do past papers. Now, you've probably heard that past papers is an excellent way to revise, but doing past papers also has an effective way to it. So I don't want you to just do a past paper and then give yourself a mark out of whatever the total was, because this is revision, not the actual exam. So whenever you get an answer wrong in the past paper, then I want you to go to the mark scheme and find how the mark scheme's answer is different to yours. Do they use better keywords? Do they explain it better? Or do they link it to the case study? Just find out the differences between yours and the mark scheme's answer and try to implement those good differences onto your answer, because once you can do that in the future exams, you'll see that your mark will gradually increase because you've made your answer structure similar to what the examiners want to see. Finally, it's about checking over your answers in the exam properly. So I don't want you to just read over the answer that you've already written, because in that case it's really difficult to spot your mistakes. Instead, I want you to redo the question, not necessarily by writing it down again, but just doing it in your head. Compare what you originally wrote to what you just reminded yourself of, and check if your answer is similar. Check for the use of good keywords, check for any spelling errors, and especially in maths, try to redo the question in reverse so you get the same values as provided in the original question, and in that case, that's when you know you've done the question correctly. That's basically all the tips and tricks you can use in the exam. If you found this video useful, then do leave a like and subscribe, and comment down below other future exam tips you would like me to post on this channel. My 2022 goal is 5,000 subscribers, so subscribe to that as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.